And we are back bringing you the live afternoon coverage here at the 2025 Handgun World Shoot. Packed full of a lot of solid competition, and it didn't stop this continuing now. We are at stage 14 now. You're going to see competitors here, but before to that, I'm going to kick it to Shannon at our 10.
Welcome back, guys, to the booth. Day one is here. World Shoot 2025 in South Africa. All the main match competitors are getting started. I'm a competitor as well, and I shot my first area this morning. Went pretty well. Could always be better, but I was pretty happy with the performance. I'm joined here this morning by my longtime friend, Muneki Samajia. Is that right? Is that close enough?
Close enough.
Okay. Welcome, man. Good morning. And you haven't started yet, right?
Yeah, I start at 3 o'clock.
Okay, 3 o'clock.
Yep.
I think I got 12 tomorrow, and then the 3 day after that.
Okay.
So welcome to South Africa, man. Tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and what do you think about the shooting sports, and what do you think about the match overall, as much of it as you've seen so far?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Some of you guys know me. I'm originally from Japan, but now I live in Phoenix. So technically, I'm supposed to shoot, for USA because my residency is the United States, but I do have a Japanese nationality. So this time I'm representing, Japan, IPSC Japan.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's not good. You're supposed to be shooting for me. I'm just kidding. So you're in Arizona.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And how long have you been shooting? What do you think about the sports as a whole? Because you can't have firearms in Japan, right?
Yeah. So when I started, this is a long time ago, over 20 years ago. It was 03 actually, 2003. Only way that I could shoot was airsoft, action air. So IPSC does the IPSC with airsoft right now, all over the world, all over the world, like Philippines.
I've seen some videos of it. It's pretty sweet. I mean, it's pretty realistic looking.
Right. So likely for juniors, because first it's safe. No matter what, you're not gonna kill yourself, with airsoft, and you can learn the basic shooting with airsoft. To me, it's likely same as a 22. Anything you can learn from 22, I believe you can learn with airsoft.
Who was the Steel Challenge dude that never fired a real gun and then came over and won?
Yeah, he's a now YouTuber actually. His name is Tatsuya Sakai. We call him Mac in the United States.
Okay.
He used to practice.
That was amazing. Never fired a real gun in his life. Comes over here for like 2 weeks and wins a Steel Challenge.
Right, that's a long time ago, like 20 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, but is it that long? Man, I'm getting old. That's why I'm on the senior team.
Right. Yeah, but he did it. He won. He beat everybody else in this, in the U.S.
So this is the U.S. production super senior team you're looking at here on stage. I believe it's 14. It's Mel Rodero, Light Newstazen, Jim Boone, and Frank Garcia. That's the open
senior team, right?
Super senior team.
Super senior team. Yep. Yeah, you're a senior now, so.
I know. Well, so senior and IPSC is 60. I mean, it's 50.
50, right.
Super senior is 60.
Right.
So.
A little bit different compared to USPSA, right?
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on the match? You've had a couple days to be here and look around.
Yeah, so probably you feel the same. The stage is smaller than we saw, then likely hit factor is higher than usual. That's what I think. What do you think?
I agree, and I've done a couple of these streams with different folks. We had John McClain on here and Lee Nugget, and we kind of thought the same thing. But what I've said before, and like with the live scoring that we have now, we can see the hit factors of the stages. And I said the same thing upon my first impression walking in here. I was like, this isn't really what I practiced for.
Right, we didn't really practice for
stuff.
this, yeah.
And then once I got a chance to look at some of the hit factors, that kind of confirmed what I thought. You're not very often at a world championship do you see 8, 9, 10, 11 hit factors.
Right, especially 11 is really high, I think.
And you talked about, this one we're getting ready to watch here, stage 14 in the pre-match. So I was doing some streaming for that. There was an 11 in the pre-match.
Okay.
So the Super Squad went through that zone today, this morning, and I haven't seen scores yet. So I bet it's higher than 11. That might be a 12-13. Yeah. 12-13 hit factor, which again, as I said before, is not wrong. It's not necessarily bad. It's just different and not what we expected.
Right.
And a large part of the reason, having run plenty of matches myself, a large part of the reason is they've got so many people in this match. They had to keep the stages pretty fast.
Right.
To keep the thing moving, which I understand that you want to give as many people as opportunity
to compete,
as you can.
to shoot.
I think the U.S. got like 78 slots or something to begin with, and then once some other countries didn't use them, and then they opened up the pre-match to a lot bigger pre-match than ever before. we ended up getting whatever 150 or.
Yeah, 170, like something like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's your division? What are you shooting?
I'm shooting open, same as you. Yeah.
Have you ever shot anything else, or are you pretty much always open?
Usually, but sometimes, like a single stack in USPSA and production, but mainly open. Yeah, that's what I shoot.
So it's currently 12:30 local time exactly here, and they're pretty prompt with the timing. So as the squads come in, so this is a new group, so there's 4 flights a day.
Right,
So
that's
we have-
also unusual for us, right?
That's more, yeah.
Right.
So we have 6:30, 9, 12:30, and I think 3.
Yes,
Aren't you
you're right.
3?
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm at the 3, so.
So the 12:30 group is right now. So what's going to happen? So this is, well, I'll cut to this. This is called a safe area. So in the safe area in our sport, you're allowed to handle your firearm, but you cannot handle ammunition, period, paragraph at all. But you can do. See, that was a really bad draw there by our head man in charge, Leighton. But that's what the safe area is for. So if you need to, oil your firearm or work on it, or just practice a draw like these guys are doing, the safe area is the place you can do that. And there's many of those around the range, spaced out. And we talked yesterday a little bit about our safety rules and how a testament it is for the history, that the way they built safety into this, and everybody just knows it. So they have that area that they can go to and practice.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about your history. I mentioned you put that thing on Facebook the other day. I thought was really cool. Tell me a little bit about your story and how you feel about that.
Yeah, so when I started, over 20 years ago, like I said, airsoft was the only way to practice. Then back then, no YouTube, no social
Right.
media. There was no way to practice,
The
basically.
learning curve's a lot shorter nowadays with these kids
Right.
coming up.
Yeah. So I had to do everything basically by myself. Then, all right, if you want to ever compete like a higher level, I got to move to the States. So first, I was an international student. Then, shortly I found a job as a journalist. It was a job for the gun magazines in Japan. I took a lot of pictures. I did a lot of article about it. I'm pretty sure I took a picture of you at the competition. Did article about you too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my job. But as you can imagine nowadays, changing visa, getting green card is a long process, takes time. So because of that, I missed the Thailand. Then I missed the the 17 in France. So
Oh, okay.
I had to stay because I was changing my status to the green card. Right now, I'm still waiting, but now I got basically permission to go out. It was last minutes. So
Okay. Did you shoot 14?
no, I did not.
So
I
this
know.
is your first world shoot?
Right.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah.
cool.
I've been watching the history. That was it.
Well, that's awesome, man. Well, welcome. Hope you do great.
We see.
You shot IPSC Nationals, right?
Yeah, I did many
Yeah.
times. When you had a match in Florida back then. Yeah.
Right. One we just had in Ohio, in the U.S. was a lot more of what I expected that,
Oh,
that
yes.
we were going to see here.
Right.
But again, it is what it is, and you just got to be aggressive. So some of the stages we're going to watch today during this episode was the area that I shot this morning
Mhm.
and the area that you're going to shoot today.
Right.
So they have a weekend-only stage there, which is where I started. So
Right. How was it?
Talk about getting the jitters going, man. Your
Right.
first stage of the world shoot
Was
and
weekend.
It's got to be weekend only.
Right.
It went okay. Like I have a thing. Like when I finish my performance on a stage, I have this thing I think in my head. Like if somebody had offered me that performance
Uh-huh.
and I didn't have to shoot it at all,
Uh-huh.
would I take that score or not? And I would have taken that score. You know?
Okay.
It wasn't perfect, but it was okay. I hit the popper on the first shot. I did have an extra shot on one of the plates down there at the end.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't super fast, but I wasn't. I was just happy when I pulled that gun up for that first time. It wasn't going from sky to ground.
Right.
It was steady enough that I could make the shot. And I call it the juice.
Juice.
You know, that adrenaline you feel when you get shaky, and I call it the juice. And I think if you didn't feel the juice, I'm not so sure we do this. You know, I mean that's part of the excitement of it.
Right.
Get that adrenaline pumping.
It's like a drug, right?
100%. 100%. So this is 14.
That's where you finished, actually, right?
This is where I finished. I
Right.
just shot this an hour ago. It's very fast.
Very
So
fast,
This is
okay.
one of the higher hit factors of the match. Like I said, I don't know what the supers had on it, but there was an 11 in the pre-match. So it's 24 rounds. Everything's wide open, no partials, and everything's close,
Mhm.
and you're on the move.
Okay.
And so oftentimes in IPSC, you don't tend to get a lot of on-the-move opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
This one is a barn burner. Like once you start, you're ripping and taking off down the
Okay,
center,
so
and it's
basically you keep shooting, keep shooting,
Yep.
non-stop, huh?
and it's a good transition, right, left, right, left, right, left, and you finish down at the end with 5 targets across the back. So we mentioned this, I think it was day before yesterday or one of the last streams, but this is their what we call a walkthrough. So they receive their what we call the written stage brief. So every competitors get read the same procedure, how many targets there are,
Right.
start position, gun ready condition, etc. And then they get 3 minutes to walk through,
Right.
which is not a lot for the bigger stages like this, but they're also not overly complicated.
Right.
You know, I mean, you already know what that stage is,
Right.
even though you haven't stepped foot on it yet. But this is their time. They get to look at it.
Right. Then you finalize the everything at the stage. So what did you pay attention at this stage other than going first?
There's 2 critical things, I think. You got a double target on your right, a double target on your left to
Right.
start. And then you can see the next target on your right. But I don't think you should shoot it right then. I gave what I call a little giddy up step.
Okay.
You got a little bit closer,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have 3 more. So right after here, right there, you can see that target, but I didn't shoot it there. I kept moving forward until I got a little closer, shot it about there,
Oh, okay. So
and then you're
you
right,
get-
left, right,
okay,
and
okay.
then boom, you jet to the front. There's a barrel down there that's conveniently in your way,
Okay.
so you're going to come up to the left side of that barrel, and then you're going to shoot 3 targets: center, 45, and about a 90, and then you got to come around the barrel, shooting back to your left.
Okay.
And there's 2 targets left. That's the way we shot it. I'm pretty sure that's the way these guys will do it too. When you have that 3 minutes, do you have any rules, or what's your things you key in on that you're looking for when you have that limited walkthrough time?
Well, there are a lot of things to think about it actually, but like when hit factor is high, everything is critical, right? You know, if you think about extra, usually you lose time. So I just trying to make sure what I need to do. I mean,
And make sure you find all the targets
Right,
in the
all
round,
the
count, the round
targets, you
count
know.
matches. So
the one I always make sure if it's 23 rounds, okay, do I count the 23 rounds? That's the first thing you should check, I think. That's a really
Sure,
basic. But,
sure, yeah,
but many people like keep asking, right? How many rounds is this?
right. that guy did what I was talking about. So he gave a little giddy up step there
Uh-huh.
and got closer to that next array. That's Frank Garcia. He's on
Yeah.
the Super Senior Men's Open team. He's got
Oh
some
my God, you know,
goofy looking socks on.
everybody super senior, even you are senior, so it is funny.
But we're all getting old. We've been around a long time.
Yeah. How long you been shooting now?
Technically, I mean, competition-wise, I've been shooting my whole life, but my first actual competition was '98,
Wow. Okay.
and then in 2000, that's when I moved to Florida
Okay.
and got pretty serious about it then. So
Did you shoot the previous world shoot in South Africa? Or
I did not.
Oh,
no.
you did not that one.
The first one I really remember was the Philippines. But
Okay, 99?
I didn't go to it. Yeah, but
Oh.
that's the first time. You talked about Gun Games magazine the other day. You know,
Okay.
I remember that's the first time I really knew what a world shoot was.
Oh, seems like
So
Lakers
this
up.
is our fearless leader,
Okay.
the guy helping to run the Action Streaming Live Light News Station Men's Super Senior Team Open on stage 14. So that's his make ready. So he's preparing the firearm in the condition that they described, which in this case is loaded and holstered. And we're going to get to see him take a run at it. So it's 24 rounds, and he's got at least 28 in the magazine, so he does not have to reload on this course.
Yep.
Which is what makes it such a high hit factor. He's gripping and ripping. So there's the start position. Aro's giving the standby command, and he'll go at it. Well, I got a little stuck there in the middle.
Yep. Then
But
I
that's
was
coming up
giving
to left.
always 2 alpha on that target.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. He went back to check one. So first match of the World Shoot, first stage of the World Shoot. Everybody's got the juice, man. Like, you can't help it. So we'll see if his score pops up here in a second. He got hung up there in the middle a little bit, like he didn't necessarily get lost, but just missed a target, or maybe had to make up. Like it's
Yeah, he frozen a little bit, you know.
yeah. If you compete in anything, you probably know what the juice is.
Right.
You know, and this is the biggest match of the 4-year period for us.
Right.
So he's tense, and it took me a couple stages today to relax, and I'm pleased with my performance today. I didn't have any penalties. I don't think I had any deltas, but I was tight. You know, and it was just trying to get loose and flow, and that's. I don't know if I would rather start on that stage or the weekend stage. You know,
Yeah,
the
because
weekend
that one you have to go fast.
Yeah, and that was our
fast.
last one, so at least I was somewhat warmed up. You know, for even though we didn't shoot a lot today, but that's a tough one to start on.
Right,
you gotta
because
be
you
ready,
have to go faster.
You got to be ready to rock and roll.
So I realized that when you shoot a double target, Leighton shot top, bottom. Yeah, I usually try to shoot bottom up. You know, what do you do? Do you care?
Yeah,
Same thing.
Same, because and that's a good catch you got. I didn't notice that he did that. And the simple reason is, if you go top down, you can't see the target that you're trying to transition to. You need to be able to get your eyes ahead of your sight.
See, he started, bottom up. Then next, second array, he shot top and bottom. I don't know he did it intentionally or he just saw it.
Yeah,
maybe he
probably
did
not on purpose. He probably just nervous and.
Right, that's what I thought. Yeah.
So he's checking his scores right now and approving it.
So we should be able to see it.
I was just checking the time to see how long it takes between when we see it. They have, this is interesting, this is the first match I've done this, that I've had this, is they have a PIN code you have to put in.
Oh, yeah, right.
So it's not just approve.
Right.
So
you have your own PIN, so no one can else do it. Oh.
Yep. So 7-9 hit factor, so you had 1 delta.
2 cherry, 1 delta. Yeah, it's
not bad.
Not bad at all.
1440 was his time. We talked about the other day that factor is what we were really concerned with down there, the 7986, and what that is factoring is how many points did he earn per second that he was shooting. So that's a 24-round course, 120 points.
Yes, yeah.
Less 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he got 115 points. Oh, here I'm trying to math it in my head. It's right down there in front of me.
Yeah, it's right there. Yeah.
So 115 points
yeah.
out of the possible 120, and he did it in 14 seconds. So 115 divided by 14.4 is that's where you get your 7-9 hit factor. So points per second. I know it's confusing to the layperson, but the simple way to remember it is how many points per second did he earn.
Yep.
So not bad. He could probably do without the delta, but all in all.
Yeah, so 1 delta for us shooting open with major, so he lost 3 points by shooting delta. So that's the same as a 5 charity. It's okay.
This also shows a new feature. How many extra shots you take?
Oh, he had 2 extra shots.
Yeah, so that's kind of neat.
Right.
We talked about that.
Right. Yeah. He, Leighton showed me. Yeah, 2 extra shots.
So that takes time, But if he needed him, he needed him.
Yep.
You can't leave a miss out there on a stage like that, or any stages here, really. So I'm sure, like I said to you earlier, if you'd offered to him that performance before he shot, he might take it.
Yeah, he may take it.
First stage of the world shoot.
I don't think it was a bad round. It was okay, especially for this type of major match. Now Mel's up.
Here's Mel Rodero, another Super Senior Open on the U.S. team. Probably has the same plan. There's not a lot of options on this. Like the only really thing is you could go right up in the front instead of left first. But
okay, so likely everybody's just shooting the same way.
Right. Maybe a lefty might do that, but for the most part. So the RO's correcting his position there. They're pretty stickler for your feet position, your foot position. See what Mel's got to offer. Very smooth. So same plan. I'd say that's going to be a smidge faster than what Leighton had. But that was a good smooth run.
Yeah, looked good.
Have you looked at all the stages on the match yet?
Pretty much, yeah.
So I've seen, and again, it's kind of common with IPSC style stages, is there's really not a whole lot of options. There's something maybe you go left and I go right, but other than that.
Right. You don't really need to remember where the target is. No memory stage. That's what we call, right?
Right. Memory stage, yeah.
Yeah.
So it just comes down to execution, and again, not having a memory stage, I think, is a part of that, keeping the match flowing, keeping the match fast.
Yep.
So there's our team manager for the U.S., Danny Olstad. So he's his job is to hang out, and he's a range official, range master. He's also IROA certified, which is the International Range Officers, and his title's team manager, and that's really just what he does. So if you have a problem, well, not you, because you're not on our team anymore. But that's really what he's there for. If there's a scoring question or a problem with the range officers or a problem with the stage or whatever,
Right.
they're a resource for us to reach out to. And we've got him on social media, our apps. And there you see Mel. He dropped the Delta also, but a little faster than Lighton and a 13.8. And so that gives him a factor of 8.2. So he's currently leading the stage. No extra shots. That's always a plus.
8.2. Yeah. Many people probably wondering what is considered the high hit factor. What do you say?
For this?
Yeah, I mean.
I could probably access that here in a second, but that's going to be so. This is one of the guys from the Philippines.
Okay, let's see.
So he did. So right after we said that, he did go to the right first. That's really the only option on this stage is which way do you go down there.
Okay.
You have to go to the same amount of places and shoot the same amount of stuff.
Right. You either finish left or right. Yeah.
Correct. So Mel was 8.2. Well, yesterday I saw an 11.
From that stage.
From that stage.
Wow, that's really high.
I'm not the technology genius on this, but
we don't see the hit factor from open division.
Yeah, I don't see open. But like I said, yesterday was 11, and then the pros came through today, so they probably bested that. I would guess.
Here we go.
Boom, got it. So Christian, so he didn't best it by much as I would thought. So there was an 11 yesterday, or in the previous pre-match.
Then Christian is also 11.
And then Christian had 11 as well. So
okay.
We got Jim Boone, one of our other super senior members. Again, probably with the same plan. That's good cadence. One extra there. And another one down there. So not bad. A couple extra shots, but we'll see how that pans out. And then right after this, they'll be going to the they'll be going to the weekend stage. So it's starting off fast and furious, and then.
Do you remember your hit factor from the weekend stage? That's probably lower.
Oh yeah, for sure low. I don't remember, but. Again, your nerves are kicking in and coming off. You start on that popper, and then you got the one low guy, and then you go right to the partial. So I was just trying to
with no shoot, right?
Hold the gun from jumping around. But stages today were fine. They were some of the there's some of the smaller bays of the areas, so not a lot of distance, but it was a good mix. And like I said, I was happy with my performance. If you'd offered me this morning, I would have just said, I'll take it, and then gone back to bed.
Yep. And you still have 4 more days, so that's a long way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What kind of practicing did you do gearing up for this?
A
lot. Did you shoot a lot?
Lot of, far target and the partials. That's what I did. I didn't do this type of practice, to be honest. I did some, but not many.
So another one of the Filipinos. Checking his foot position again. Again, they're very strict on that.
Yeah.
It's got to be exactly like they want it. And that's kind of an international thing, but we're international right now, so that makes sense.
So you finished left side or right side?
I finished on the right side.
So what made you that decision?
No reason. Maybe coming around the barrel, because otherwise you're kind of going against the grain, I call it.
Oh, okay.
If you're trying to go from right to left. The center target is just staring you in the face. So whichever side you're going to go, I think you're going to shoot that one first.
Probably doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I don't think it does. And
Yeah.
the distance that you have to go laterally is equal, so there's no shorter distance than the other, I don't think.
Okay.
And that's the probably least consequential part of the stage. You know, the beginning, getting that good draw and getting off in a hurry, is that's where you're going to make up your time.
Yeah.
You know, you're not going to, I don't think you're going to make up a lot of time down at the end.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So he's from.
I don't know what that flag is.
Yeah, I don't know either.
So there's Jim's score, so down
Okay.
6.
6 Charlie.
In
16.
In 16, so not bad. So Lighton was 14 here, and then Jim was 16. Checking that foot again.
Oh.
Oops.
He looks really tense.
Yeah, exact 100%. That's what that was. So he either pulled one all the way off or had a really bad shot and had to go back and make it up. But that's just nerves, man.
Yeah.
We all have it. He looked relatively fast though. That ending part looked pretty good. See what his time was. So got Mel is out front right now with 13.8.
He had a. How many mic?
had
Not
delta.
mic. The extra. He extra shot. he had.
Mel didn't have any. Mel. Or,
Oh, no extra. Okay, I see it now. Yep.
I think I was. I think I was 12.6 on this one, just to give you some reference.
So probably top guys are shooting under 10 seconds.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Or high 10s for sure.
Yeah, or under 10. It's a 24 stage, so 120 divided by 10 is 12. Then they drop couple points, so 10, 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think middle 10s is probably a smoking run on
Smoking
something
run.
like that.
Yep.
There's Frank Garcia, also on the super senior open team, checking that foot again. Frank's a pretty accurate shooter, so I would be surprised if he drops very many points, and he has probably more international experience than anybody,
yeah.
on that squad, and maybe anybody on the team. Nice and smooth.
He's been shooting long time, right? So
Yeah.
I don't really see him shooting open nowadays. So
He doesn't. He's been doing a lot of carry optics and
Okay.
what in the U.S. we call limited optics. But I think what happened was because we had some additional slots,
okay.
and because we didn't initially have a super senior open team.
Oh, okay.
So I think once we got some additional slots, Lighton kind of manufactured it and put it together and called Frank and said, "Hey, dust off your open gun and come out and play with us." And,
Interesting. Okay.
and we were squatted together. I was squatted with Frank at the U.S. IPSC in Ohio. So
Okay. Okay.
I shot with him for a couple days, and just like the old days, he's very, very accurate. You know, he might not set any land speed records, but he's not going to make many mistakes. And again, he's got that experience, and that matters. You know, that
Right.
matters a lot. Having experience at that level. You know, I talked before about, like, I don't get nervous going to a local match anymore.
Right.
Right? I don't get nervous going to a state match anymore.
Right.
Going to nationals, I might get a little juice because you know I've only got
Still nationals.
18 nationals under me, my belt or something. But then going to the world shoot this is only my 4th one.
Oh, yeah.
So I really feel
Definitely,
that juice. Well, I appreciate you joining me, man.
All right.
They're wrapping up on stage 14, and I hope you have a great match today. I'll come by and,
thank
and
you.
watch you. If you're watching at home, follow us on ActionStreamingLIVE. YouTube's probably the best place to check us out. Drop a comment in there if you could. Let us know where you're watching from. That's always cool to see. And anything special you want us to see or talk about, we will try to oblige you. Appreciate it, guys. I'll talk to you later today, and we're going to show you some highlights from yesterday's opening ceremonies, which was amazing. Check it out. Welcome back, 2025 IPSC World Shoot in South Africa. We've got our cameras out there working hard today. This is the opening day of the main match. Everything is super busy. We're trying to catch up with some of the female super squads, so we'll be watching. They're about to approach the stage, so we'll be there to jump in with them when they're ready. This sport ain't just for the dudes; it's for the ladies too. And there's a lot of fantastic female shooters out here, and it's kind of a running joke. We used to say, "You shoot like a girl" used to be an insult. Well,
yeah, not no
it's
more.
not an insult out here. I've
no
had
more.
my hind end spanked by plenty of females. There's Linda Turnbull, who is an outstanding shooter.
Really good shooter. Yep, for sure.
She's on the open women's team for the U.S. I watched her shoot. I forget 17, the backup stage where you have your hand on the wall.
Yeah, yeah.
I watched her shoot that one a little bit ago, and she smoked it. No extra shots. And I'm joined again here with Lee Nugent. He's a good buddy of mine from the U.S. and was on the live stream, I don't know, 2-3 days ago or something. So
yeah. Yep.
we are both on the men's open senior team, and we started the match today. So we shot our first couple of matches, or our first couple of stages in zone 3 today, which is also where our cameras are following today. So we'll have some good insight, because we just came off these stages 2 hours ago or something. In the meantime, little Cliff Notes version of. All right, so this is Linda on 15. Oh, this will be interesting because you got to shoot over that wall.
Yeah.
So it was a challenge for you too.
It was a challenge for me too.
So
I'm short, so I'm Asian and I'm short. So.
Right in front of the shooter, you see that black screen, that black wall, that half wall. There's a target down low there. Here she goes.
So just like Linda, I hugged that wall to just get closer to that next position, which he did the exact same thing.
Or 18, I mean, yeah, 18, sorry. And then there's a swinger back there. So she shot it like you did.
She shot it just like me. Yep.
She took that. So on the left, you can't really see it in this shot, but back on the left, there's a what we call a popper, a metal target that falls over, and that's what activates that swinging target that you can see right there. And there's two places you can engage it from. Further back, which activates the target earlier.
Yep. And
then you can go up to the front and activate it from up there.
Yeah, it was a lot of choice, so I chose to shoot it on the left side just to get it going. So when I stepped forward, I could either shoot it or go for that open paper, and then go back to the swinger, then end on that no shoot.
Yeah, and we were. I mean, you had a little hiccup in there. But,
I did.
But you're faster than me, and we were still the same time. So it's kind of pick your poison. And we talked the other day about playing to your strengths and.
Yep.
So this is one of the Czech ladies. So she's doing like you did too. So she's going to take that popper from further back, get it activated sooner, and then step up. So because these are the open division teams, they're getting probably 28 rounds in a magazine at least.
Yep.
And so it does not require a reload here. So it's just about getting your timing down, and I don't know that it's right or wrong the way you did it, the way I did it. It's just whatever floats your boat.
What's great is like there's several choices. There's 4 or 5 different ways you could actually shoot that stage. So that
one of the other members of our team, of our team, the men's senior open team, is a guy named Henning Walgren, and I'll try to get him on and then maybe the next couple of days. But he's got to be what, 6'3", 6'2"?
Yeah. He didn't have no step.
Right.
He just,
so it makes a big difference on a
over.
stage like this. That's a good shot of it right there. You can see that target down behind that wall, and if you're 5-6 inches taller than the next person, it makes that transition way easier.
Yep, it's a definite advantage.
She went
deep. Went for the back.
Yeah.
She went for the back target first, which is okay too.
It allows her to move up a little closer for that, get the angle on that one. So she caught the timing not great on the swinger. She had to wait a little bit for it, but such is life. Which, interestingly, now that I say that out loud, that matters, because taking it further back like you did, you really kind of lose the timing on it. You know, when you get up there, you don't know exactly where it's going to be. Where I took it from the front, so I knew exactly
when it was going to come out.
Yeah, hit the popper, that static, and then I knew it was coming. Now I wasn't sure I was going to get 2 rounds on it at the time, but I knew at least I knew when and where it was coming from,
Yeah.
and that makes a difference.
I wanted to get it activated because they were pretty generous with that swinger. So I
True.
said, let me get it going, and then as I transition into it, I'm either gonna take it, and I think I did take it, and then I went and it ended on the no shoot because I took that other paper.
A
earlier
topic
too.
I wanted to hit on in this segment, and we'll cease our conversation as new shooters come up, and we'll be able to comment on them. But how did you? We talked the other day about divisions, and like we're watching open division right now.
Mhm.
So, you know, it's intimidating for. So they're finishing up here. It looks like it's intimidating for a newer shooter to come out here and see a bunch of dang near professionals shooting $10,000 guns.
Shooting a comp gun, they're super expensive guns.
Right.
Yep.
So how did you get started, and what division did you get started in?
So so in USPSA, I started most like everybody else, started in a production. It was for me it was a Springfield XDM, but everybody else was shooting Glock, you know, Smith and Wesson M&Ps and the sorts like that. So I started with production with iron sights, and that back then it was what 10 rounds. I think it was only 10 rounds in the mag.
Correct.
Right.
Yep.
So yeah. But again, didn't want to spend a whole lot of money. You know, whatever gun house out there that they've got a division for. So, you know, because this is not an inexpensive sport.
Production division, to elaborate a little bit, is really your out of the box gun division. So you could go to your local gun store, buy your Glock or your CZ or your Sig Sauer or Smith and Wesson, and you're gonna have a pretty decent competition platform for.
Yep.
I mean, nothing's cheap, but
Yeah.
you know, in the U.S. I don't know about other countries, but you know, the U.S. you're looking at what $600-700 for out of the box like that.
Out of the box. Yep. And then whatever factory ammo you can get. You know.
Right.
And,
So you could get, and then you need a belt and you need a holster and you're gonna need a couple extra magazines. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, you could go from 0 to ready to rock for under $1,000.
Yep.
You know, 1,000 US, and then the high end of that is unlimited. You know, you could and if you
Even
dig
in
this
production
sport,
division, I mean, you
speaking
could
of,
spend a
speaking of
lot of
guns,
money. Yep.
there's
Yep.
Eddie Garcia with EMG Customs. He's my gunsmith and builds my open
Yep.
race guns for me.
Yep, very
Awesome
good
dude.
builder. Very good builder. Has been in the business for a long time. One of the best guns out there to get.
And if you get hooked, you know you're going to want to shoot different divisions.
Yep.
So then, you know, you
Yep.
buy more stuff. I mean, I'm not going to mention how many firearms I have.
Yeah, the collection and the collection of holsters and the collection of
Right.
gear that you get.
But that's not required.
No,
you know,
not at all.
And now in the U.S. we call it carry optics. Internationally, IPSC calls it production optics.
Yep.
But that's the same gun we just talked about, that Glock or CZ.
Mm-hmm.
There's Linda and the ladies.
Justine
and
and Nicole Kolba, all from the U.S. ladies.
That same firearm we just talked about, that Glock or CZ or Smith or whatever, and you
Mhm.
put a red dot on the slide.
Yep.
That's the new hotness right now. You know, so
It
when
is.
you started, it was production.
Iron
with
sights was still
sights.
a thing. Yeah.
But dots have taken over the world,
Yep.
much like they did in the rifle world today. And
Yep.
nobody, well, not many people have an AR without a red dot on it these days. You know, it's just commonplace.
True.
And
Yep.
that's really the way pistols are going
It's pretty
too.
standard. Yep.
And the sport tries to, they may lag a little, but they try to follow the trends.
Yep.
And
they
the
do.
trends are red dots on pistols. I know in the U.S. the most of the law enforcement have gone to that.
Yep.
Most of the military has gone to that. It's just the way things are going. So that's the new hot division right now. But you can still get into it for about the same cost. You know?
Yeah.
You-
If there's
number one,
inexpensive red dots out there
right.
that anybody can
and
get.
you don't need as many magazines as you
Yeah.
did productions. That'll save you a
You
little bit. And you can get a
So-
really decent red dot sight for not too much. And you are in the most competitive, most populated division,
Yeah.
coming from 0.
Yep.
For under $1,000.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so when we run the junior clinic, we always have new shooters in there at the WAC, and the when the kids come on and their first pistol that they're shooting is a plastic gun with a dot. So with the
So
Glock
Lee and I happen to be from the same state, almost the same town in the U.S., and have been shooting together for a while. You just kind of glossed over that junior clinic thing.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that and what you do for the sport for the kids.
So what the home club that I'm at the Wyoming Antelope Club, they've been doing it for years. We actually host a monthly junior action junior clinic, and if you're under 18, you're welcome to come out and shoot. We go over the fundamentals, a lot of stuff from the Shannon Smith shooting. That's stuff that we got is what we teach in that class, because it's all about the fundamentals, and we go over the fundamentals every month, and so it's great because we got to get more juniors involved, right? Because they're the future of the sport.
Because we're watching the female
So-
team, you have female juniors coming out there as well. Speaking of which, one of the
it's
best female
so-
juniors of our time is your daughter,
Yeah.
Gigi.
So, yep. So Gigi couldn't be here this time around, but she's gonna definitely be going after the next one. But yeah, Gigi started in that junior clinic when I was not running it, and she just progressed from there. So we try to get in some guest instructors like Shannon, JJ, and all them, and they're more than welcome, because And the great thing is, like, for this match, how many junior shooters I've seen out here, it's been pretty good. So
Yep.
so yeah.
So the girls are getting their walkthrough right now, or what we call the WSB, the written stage briefing. Tells them how to shoot the stage, how many rounds, how many targets, start position, gun ready condition, etc. This is 13.
Yep. He said
So
13.
this was empty chamber, right?
Yep.
So this gun ready condition is magazine inserted, chamber empty.
Mhm.
So it's not a loaded gun by my definition. So on the start signal, they're going to have to manipulate their slide to get around in the chamber. And then this is also a retreat stage.
Retreat stage. Yep.
So a couple days ago, we were watching one of the other stages where there was a little bit of that. And with the safety rules of IPSC is really a testament to, how much thought and how much work they put into them, that there aren't any safety issues, or very rarely.
Mhm.
But they're starting what we call downrange, and they have to move uprange, so backwards, or some folks call it a retreat stage. And given the rule, you can see how she's
So Megan says she's doing over the shoulder. She's doing over the shoulder.
So she's the way I did.
Yep. Let's see what and then
Jessica's not.
Jessica's doing the other way. So
Perfect.
she's
Yeah,
doing the other way.
That'll
So
be a
it's-
good
yep.
representation of the options there. So you
Yep.
can see how they're pantomiming, or what we call dry firing with their hands, and how they're going to hold the firearm from direct downrange. The center of the backstop, your muzzle can never pass 90 degrees. So left, right, up, down, your muzzle has to stay downrange-ish. You also cannot point it at yourself, so you can't point it at your shoulder or your neck or your legs or anything. So they're all, everybody here is experienced, but
Mhm.
they're all figuring out how they're going to manipulate their body and manipulate the firearm to stay within the safety rules and also be fast. And this will be cool because you and I shot it different ways, and we've already seen two people that look like they're going to do it our different ways.
Yeah. Yep. Two different ways, and like we discussed, you were going to do it that way, and I was going to do it the other way, and it's just a great way to compare. But
Yeah. So it looks like Linda was going to roll with your plan.
yeah. We had a small stage, but we had a lot of discussion about it. I was like,
Yeah.
what we were gonna do and how we were gonna attack these targets. And congratulations, that's Anna McCarthy. That's Anna, right? McCarthy.
Yep,
So
yep.
only been shooting for 2 years, and made it to the women's national team. So
That is awesome. I don't think I've met her officially. So they have 3 minutes, which doesn't sound like a lot of time, and it's not, but but really it is for something like this. I mean, they already knew what they were going to do when they walked up here. Having not set foot on the stage yet, they still knew what they were going to do. So now
Yeah.
they're just verifying that their plan's going to work.
they're verifying their position, where the gun is gonna be each time, and deciding how to do that last transition, the last 3 targets.
So how long did you goof off in production before you went to something else, and what was the something else?
So I did production for, I think it was for a few months,
Oh,
and
it's
then
not very long.
yeah, it wasn't very long, because you learning about the game, you're learning all, and then you start learning about the divisions. You're seeing what everybody else is shooting, and then I saw the limited, and so I moved up to limited. So but technically I went limited minor. I didn't go to major yet, you know. So it wasn't until I didn't go to limited major until I got my first 2011. So which is about a year and a half later. So
would you think, given our time, that when you came up later than I did, but not that much differently,
yep.
Production, so now I think it's carry optics, but it was for sure production was the place people started.
Yep.
And I would probably think, like you did, limited.
Limited was
is the
the next step up, right? Because back then it was still iron sights. But now this day and age, it's production optics or carry optics, and then, man, it's the most popular division, so you can just stay in that
Right.
division for the longest time. But the difference is that they'll end up getting a different gun. So you start out with a Glock, you start out with a M&P, or then you go to a CZ or a Tanfo or something else.
Yeah.
You know.
And now that we have
So-
limited optics, that's
Yep.
probably a smart jump from carry
That's-
optics. You know,
yeah.
you're getting
For an all steel gun.
you're getting a 2 or 3 times the price gun, but you're getting a better trigger.
Better
getting a
trigger.
single action
Yep.
design.
Yep.
Did you see? It looked to me like IPSC's adding that. Did you see that?
I did not. No.
So they put a Facebook post out from the General Assembly that was whatever day it was, Saturday, I guess. It looks like they're adding. Now
Wow.
they're not calling it limited optics. They're calling it something else. But
Gotcha. That's awesome.
Standard optics, maybe. But they put a Facebook post out that kind of led that's the way it's going to go. All right, we got a first shooter up here. I can't tell
Looks
who
like
it
it's
is.
looks like it's Megan.
Is it Megan?
Yep.
So again, empty chamber start. So she's got to rack the slide to load the gun right there. So there's Lee's plan.
Yep.
Little.
Yep.
That was an aggressive prep on the
Because
first.
she's right on the fault line. I was like, wait. I was looking at the fault line. I thought she might have been stepping out.
That was
No,
an
she did great.
aggressive prep after the turn on the first shot.
Yep.
That happens.
It's great too. She, for me, I have to look at where I'm racking it. She was laser focused on
I
that
do
first
too.
target.
If I don't look, I miss that. I
Yeah,
miss that thing and hit myself
She
in the
was
face.
laser focused on that target, man. She knew exactly what she was doing. That was great. It was a great run.
So the reason I chose to do it the other way, which we'll see here in a second from somebody, I'm sure, is that required manipulating your body twice. You know, your way you had to turn to your left
I did. Yeah.
and then shoot on the retreat, which I don't love either, and then turn back to your right,
Yeah.
which again, not good or bad.
Nope.
Just not the way I chose to do it. And she's doing so perfect. So she's doing my plan. So this is the way I did it. I chose to only manipulate once, so I turned to my right.
Yep.
Came all the way back and tried to blitz the 3 targets. I'm sure you were faster than I was, but probably not by a
No,
lot.
I
Probably
think
not by a lot.
it wasn't by much. I think we were both still in the 7. So like you said, like it might be it might be a wash, and it ended up being a wash. But your plan, you may have got. I think you've gotten better hits on that, right? Because I'm still shooting on the move a little
Well,
bit.
and I'm
know?
way more accurate than you too. So.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can see some spectators out there when they had that wide shot. It's a cool sport for spectating. I'm staying at an Airbnb here in Potchefstroom, South Africa, and my host was very interested in it. So her and her husband are going to come out one day this week and kind of see the sights. And if you understand the game, it's cool to watch. If you don't
Yeah.
understand the game, it's still kind of cool to watch. You know,
Yep.
you're not going to know what the hell's going on because it's with their scoring system.
Yeah, if this is your first time seeing it, find a local match. You're more than welcome to spectate, ask questions. If you want to shoot the match, there's always in the U.S. It's great. You can come into a club and actually borrow somebody's equipment and actually shoot.
So we just got Megan's run up. So she was 7.3 with a delta.
Yep. Well, yeah, 1 delta.
Not bad.
Nope. A hit factor of 7.4, which is good time.
So it'll be interesting to see the lady that just shot with a different plan, how her time and scores compare. So she's doing we'll call it the Lee plan. So again, if you're just joining us, that hit factor that we were looking at a second ago is basically, well, not basically, it is points per second. So how many points did you earn for every second you were on the course of fire? And higher is gooder, as I use my American West Virginia vernacular. So she had one delta, two Charlies, and 735.
It's a good time.
And that gives the hit factor there 7.4 points per second. So there's some of the CZ guys supporting their female teammates. And then the jump from carry optics to open, that's when you start to get
Carry
into
optics or limited optics, and then the open, and then
that's when you start
know,
getting big jumps. So,
so
it does get expensive at that point.
and it's funny, like you know, you see your students and everything like that. They're like, I want to jump into open right away, and it's just like, you know, jumping into open is it's not easy. It's not easy, and it's really not for everybody. So we always tell everybody to, you know, stay in carry optics or stay in limited optics for a while before you jump into open. Learn everything about the game. Go to a few nationals. You know, go to some major matches, and then because I don't shoot open. I shoot open a lot lately, right? But just prepare for this. But other than that, I still like shooting carry optics or limited optics mostly. So a little bit cheaper, right? So cheaper, shoot 9 minor, and it's just easier on the gun, for sure.
I think I'll probably switch to limited optics after this.
Yeah, after
I've been,
this.
like you, I've been working
Yeah.
hard with open, and I love it
Yep.
because it is the top fuel dragster of our game.
Yeah,
You know, if you
and
want
it's a lot of fun.
if you want to go out and go fast, I always tell people if I'm going to go to a drag race, and I'm getting too old for people to know this reference anymore, but I used to say if I'm going to go out and drag race, I'm bringing a Corvette, not a Yugo.
Yeah,
I want to go out and race for
sure.
the best. And we talked the other day, but I know IPSC has a similar feature. But if you're in the States, if you go to uspsa.org, they have a club finder feature
Yeah,
right
for
on
sure.
the website.
Yep.
And you just punch in,
Punch in your location,
and
and
it'll
then
show you
find
all the local
yep.
matches, and I'll give you a contact name. And I'm sure IPSC has a similar feature, which is ipsc.org.
Yep. And then check your local ranges. If you're already shooting at a local range, find out if they're doing a USPSA match or an IPSC match at your local range that you might
Steel
go to.
Challenge and
Yeah,
practice
whether
days.
that's Steel Challenge or something, just if you want to get started. Yep. Yep. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was good. So Indonesia, it's interesting. My first world shoot I shot was in Bali, Indonesia. So she shot Plan A, we'll call it. I don't think people think I'm favoring you calling it the Lee plan. I'm sure you're not the first person to come up with it. But Katerina, the lady that shot before her, was 10-6, so it wasn't as good as Megan's. But I don't think it was the plan. I think there's a skill set thing going on there.
Yeah,
She's just
but
flat out not as fast.
She had
down one.
she was only down one Charlie. The rest of them were alphas. So because of the time, the hit factors isn't there. But
Jessica Jonathan. There's Troy McManus in the back there, so he's the director of our NROI, which is the National Range Officers Institute for the U.S. So he's the head rules man, and he's serving as team manager.
It's great having him out here, helping everybody out.
Yeah. I think that's Linda, yeah. So again, empty chamber. She got to rack the gun.
You see how she looked down at it. Nice.
So she's going Plan A.
Yep.
Oof.
Did she shoot another one?
She did, yep. So she wasn't happy with one of her shots there, and so we have, if you're new to the sport, what we call fault lines, which you'll see there's basically a 2x2 inch. No idea what that is in centimeters, but 2x2. 2x2s on the ground, which we call fault lines, and they're basically delineating our playing field. So you have to stay within those fault lines, and you cannot have a foot outside on the ground while you're shooting. If you do, that's a penalty. So she was coming around.
Yeah, and her momentum was just carrying her over,
Yeah.
and that's why she lifted her leg up but didn't want to step outside.
And
But her momentum was
required
going that way.
required an extra shot, but hopefully, yeah, she's smiling, so it's all right.
Yep. Having a good time.
Oh, that's
That's what
Sarah
it's all about.
Tamela. I know her. I didn't realize that's who that was from Indonesia. She used to train out at Universal.
Oh, cool.
So she was 4 Charlies in 8.2.
At 8.28.
And Linda was 8.9.
That extra shot.
Down 6.
Down
Yeah,
6,
so that
so
6 Charlies is
6.
going to hurt a little bit, but the time was all right.
Timers are right. They hit, and the hit factor's not bad. Still 6. So.
Yeah. So 6 points per second. And then IPSC does it differently, but we started PCC a number of years ago, and now IPSC has it also, but they don't do it. But they don't do it in the same match. So that's why there's a PCC World Championship separate.
Separate on their own that they had a few months ago.
Correct. In Czech Republic, and PCC stands for Pistol Caliber Carbine. So it's basically it's a good shot of Linda.
Yep.
So it's basically like an AR style rifle, but shoots a 9mm cartridge.
She's doing Plan A too.
Yeah. So that's just another division to suck up your time and your life and your money. But if you enjoy the game, you know, we enjoy shooting guns and enjoy competing. It's good to have options of different things to go out and play with.
So if you want to play with a rifle, it's a great division. It's a great division. So I have a couple, you know. So, but you know, I'll shoot throughout the year. If there's nothing major going on, I'll shoot it for about a month or two.
So this is Jessica from Arizona in the U.S. Oh, so there's a good thing. She just loaded her gun out of habit.
Oof.
All right, so this is the unloaded gun start, but we don't do that a whole lot. So she racked it. She racked it and loaded it out of habit, but no big deal. RO just allows her to unload and resume and get in the correct gun-ready condition. Oh, I'll tell you exactly what happened here in just a second.
Happens to me too.
Lee knows.
Yep. Oh gosh.
That's unfortunate. So, what had happened there? You know, we are creatures of routine.
Yeah.
And we have a flow when we come to the line, and that RO says make ready, or in this case, load and make ready. We have a system, and if that system gets interrupted, it's
things change.
Very easy to make a mistake. So what
made
happened there is she loaded her gun by mistake because it's an unloaded start. But again, no big deal. Just unload the gun and get in the correct start position, and you'll be good to go.
Yep.
Well, what happened was when she holstered the gun to after unloading to reset her magazines, she locked her holster. Most of our holsters have a locking mechanism.
Yep. She's using a race holster, which has that thumb lock or
and
that lock.
Believe me, it works.
Yep.
Like you could lift her off the ground by her gun if that holster was locked.
Yep.
But she got out of her routine, which has happened to me 1,000 times, and she forgot to unlock the holster. So when she went for that draw, the gun didn't come out, and then she had, you don't know what you're looking at, but I could show you the lock right there, but the gun wouldn't come out, so she had to reach back down again, undo the lock, and then was able to draw. So unfortunate turn of events, but it happens.
It happens because it comes out of your routine. It didn't have a routine, and she didn't want the gun to fall off if she was moving around, and so she half locked it.
There's Anna.
So, yep. Yeah. Oof, nice.
That was kind of a mix. Like she turned to the left, but she came all the way back, so that was good.
Yep. She came all the way back instead of trying to shooting on the move backwards.
So going back to Jessica, she was 9-1, and probably would have been low 8s. You know.
Yeah.
And on fast little stages like this, man, you can't afford a mistake, and everything hurts. But not the end of the world. She had good points, and she'll be all right.
Yeah, she had good points. So
that was a pretty good run by Anna with a semi-unique plan. We'll see what kind of time she puts up. Another one of the Czech ladies coming up. But we've been shooting long enough now. You know, I have every division's worth of guns. I even shot revolver for a long time.
Yep.
And
it's the only one I don't have is the revolver.
Yeah, don't do that. It's not fun. Hopefully we'll get some time to watch the revolver guys during this match. They're something else, man. All using 8-round revolvers these days and 9mm, and the speed at which they can reload that gun is.
It is great to watch.
It's amazing.
I don't want to do it, but it's great to watch somebody else.
So she just loaded her gun too. And just unloaded
it's
there.
Just something we're not used to. It's creatures of habit of doing our normal make ready plan.
So she put that round back in the magazine. Now she's gonna put the magazine in the gun.
Did she rack it again?
And hopefully not rack it.
Yeah.
So I think that's a Safari Land style holster. So she probably did not lock it. Damn, that was a nice load.
That was a great one. Yeah, she was laser focused on the target too. Oof,
that was sporty there. We'll have to see what that.
Yeah.
So here's Anna's score just popped up. She was 8-3, so pretty solid.
Nice hits, great hits though. She had
Yeah,
11
down
alphas and
one.
1 Charlie. She was down 1. Hit factor
There's,
of a 7.
There's the Production Optics ladies team from
Yep.
the U.S.
They start tomorrow. So
Most of them
today,
anyway.
today's their off day. But yeah, they're watching everybody shoot, and they're gonna get after it tomorrow.
Yeah, so Anna, 1 point down, or
Yep.
2 points, but 1 Charlie down. Oh, it's confusing. Don't worry about that. And 8.3. So you can see that puts her. She's right in the mix. You know, it's
Yep.
not the best run of the stage, but I'm sure she's not at all unhappy with it.
But still up there enough where she's in a good spot.
The last guest I was on was oh, there he's sitting right there. The last guest I had on was Muneki.
Yeah.
And we were talking about me starting on the weekend stage, or us starting on the weekend stage,
Yeah.
you know. And I said, if before I shot that stage, they said, "This is your score, will you accept it without shooting it?" 100% I would have taken that score, you know.
Yeah.
So it wasn't perfect, but
Yeah.
the first stage, the world shoot, being weekended, I was pleased to get it to take that and get out
Get
of
it
there
out of the
onto
way.
something
Yeah.
bigger. Yeah. They are finishing up on 13, so we'll try to catch the girls down the road a little bit. So yeah, so they don't have PCC in this match, but they have all the other divisions, and we've talked about them, and we'll cover them as we go on, and hopefully we can catch some juniors throughout the week.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to grab some kids. It's great to see. It's great to see all the families out here that are supporting their shooters and
Going on
or shooting
safaris
themselves.
and
Going on
having fun,
safaris,
and
yeah.
I appreciate you being with me again, brother.
Yeah.
This is going to be our last segment of the day today, folks. Action Streaming Live. Be sure and check us out on YouTube is the best place. Drop us a comment where you're watching from. What do you think of the coverage? And anything else you want to see down the road. We'll be back here every day. This is only day 1. We got a lot of days to go, and we're looking forward to bringing the action. See you next time.